So I haven't done a lot of drone stuff recently, but I am wanting to get back into drones because I miss flying drones. So the DJI Neo. This is like a tiny, cheap drone, and it's pretty damn incredible. I did buy this with my own money because I just wanted to pick it up and see what I could do with it. And it's really about getting the shot with this. You know, it's not about the quality, because the quality, we could discuss the quality, especially in the phone-only mode. If you have the controller, I feel the quality gets a little bit better. I did a couple of tests the other day. But I had a bike video to do the other day for Angway, and I thought, right, I'm going to take this and take the Insta360 X4 and, you know, ride around in the forest. So I'm not going to talk much more. In fact, I might do running commentary on the forest video, but I basically took this into the forest in Łódź, in Poland, and there are some really, really narrow, turny twists and turns, and I had that bike going in the forest between 20 and 40 kilometers an hour, not giving a rat's ass, basically just blasting it, and I did not even care if this thing was behind me or not. I thought I would basically give it a run for its money, which is not much because it's actually very, very cheap. And all I had was the phone connected on the bike handlebar, and I had it follow me with the follow mode, and that's it. I had a low and a normal height and a high height. It hit a tree twice, I think, but apart from that, it's like this thing has sensors. It was following me, and I was basically in awe. I was like, how it's like this drone didn't give a shit. It literally flew like a bat out of hell, following me some of the craziest twists and turns, and it would just... Anyway, enough talking. Let's have a look at what this drone did and how it did in a forest, which is a difficult area to follow anybody in, especially on a bike, and, you know, kicking it. So let's check that out. So let's start off on this stretch of road, which is quite wide, as you can see. A car can drive down here, but in a few seconds I'm gonna turn left into what could only be described as an alley of death for a drone. I mean, look at this. The DJI Mini 4 Pro would have crashed 10 times by now. The Hover Air would have crashed. The Mavic 3 would be on its way to DJI refresh by now. But look at this thing go! I was in awe that this was behind me the whole time. And I think it's mainly due to the fact that it's a small FPV kind of like drone in follow mode as a cinematic drone with propeller covers and really next to no sensors. It doesn't give a crap. It's literally following my every movement and not hesitating, not flinching even once. Let's try a slightly different shot right here. Just watch it go past these branches, and I do like that it's nice and green, the sky is blue, everything seems nicely exposed. That leaf, literally, it smacked it. I mean, it's got no care in the world at all. No care. On nicer, wider paths like this, zero problems as well. I mean, it doesn't have to worry about sensing anything. And here I'm doing about 40 kilometers an hour, so I'm going fast. And as you can see, it may not be able to keep up, but it doesn't lose me. Maybe because, you know, I'm moving in the frame, I have a white helmet on, but it's really very, very good at following me. Now, the next shot that you're going to see in a minute is by far the most ridiculous, and it did crash at the end. But I went through some very thick forest, and it was quite dark, actually. So, right here, this is the shot I'm talking about. I'm going through a slightly wider area, but in a minute I'm going to turn into a darker, much more narrow, you know, alley of death for the drone. But look at it. It's like it's following my every move. So it's not going around the tree, but it sees what I do. And then it does the same thing, you know, half a second later. Look, up and down, left and right, leaves, trees. It's absolutely incredible. I think this is no doubt one of the most fun drones ever made. Just like the Insta360 X4, one of the most fun cameras ever. But look at it, just watch it follow me. I mean, every other drone would have crashed by now. This one would just take a couple more seconds to crash, because it does crash into this tree right here. I don't know why, but it did. Here I have it high and kind of back a little bit. And as I turn the corner, it sees this leaf and it's like, oh, I like this leaf. In fact, I like all the leaves. And it crashes. Here I'm still on high and I'm going to go into the forest out of this dirt road. And it's going to stay in high. And it's going to follow me pretty well, even with all these leaves, trees, branches. It is definitely not the easiest place for a drone to follow you. So if you're out in open space, this drone no doubt does a fantastic job. And I didn't even try an open space at all. All these shots in the forest, I thought, let's just chuck it in the deep end. I mean, look at that. Smack, smack. It doesn't care. Any other drone would have caught its propellers in those leaves, in the branches, and that would have been basically game over. But this one, just like a Duracell battery, keeps them going on and on and on. So if we duck back down to normal mode, because I basically had it in high there, in normal mode once again on a wider path with a lot of obstructions, it does very, very well. So if you're looking for a drone that will follow you and you don't really have to care much about, and you're just looking to get that shot, then DJI Neo is no doubt the only drone I would use for this kind of situation. I have done follow me videos before in the forest, but only with the Mini 4 Pro and only walking. It did a great job. But this, out here, in this kind of foliage, in this kind of, it's dark because it's exposing more. It was actually quite dark in that forest, but it does a fantastic job. Here I'm also kicking about 40 kilometers an hour, maybe a little bit faster, and it's having trouble to catch me up. As soon as I slow down, it will kind of zoom in and catch up. Now, if we're talking about image quality, sure, the highlights are a little bit blown out, but it is exposing for me and for everything that's around it, kind of this matrix kind of exposure. Now, if I meander, you're going to see it kind of tries to follow my meander movements, as if it's not following me, but it's following what I just did. Incredible drone. Absolutely fantastic. Great drone. And that's what it's really all about, right? To have fun, to get the shot. This is not a pro drone. It's fun. This thing is indestructible, by the way. You can't break it. I have crashed this thing into walls. I've done the whole, I've been playing with the FPV controller, with the normal controller. I've been doing some silly stuff with it. And you can't break it. You actually can't break this, It's quite incredible. I love that the batteries all charge at once. And as you saw in the video, it's like a kamikaze drone, it doesn't care. It just goes, If there's a leaf, it doesn't matter. If there's a turn, it's almost like it had some secret sensors put in here by DJI. Really good job, DJI. As for the discussion of quality, I don't think this is a drone made to be like even the Mini 4 Pro. It's definitely not made to be like the Air 3 or the Mavic 3. This is a drone for fun. It's a fun drone to practice with. It's a fun drone to get the shot if you really want to get that shot. And, it's got so many different ways of controlling it. What DJI have done with this drone is fantastic. And I, quite honestly, love it.